Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So in today's video I'm going to do a sort of final league table prediction for League One. Now the way I'm going to do this is I found a website which is admittedly a little bit of a dodgy one. It's absolutely riddled with adverts, but we're going to get through it. And so we're going to predict every single match result up until the end of the season, and then right at the end, after predicting all of these results and all of these games, we're going to press the big old calculate button and have a look on how that affects the final standings of the League One table. Will Sunderland be in the playoffs? Will Wigan and Rotherham go up automatically? It looks like it's going to be that way, but we'll see. Now, for those of you who aren't a Sunderland fan or don't support Sunderland, it's just a bit of fun. I'm not going to go too in-depth anyway. Will I end up being a little bit biased towards Sunderland? I'm going to try not to be, but I may end up being, so apologies if that's the way it comes across. I'm literally just going to fly through all the results. Again, nothing too in-depth. Now, before I do get into it as well, firstly, hit the like button for me. That'd be massively appreciated. But secondly, I will admit I've actually tried to do this. Well, this will be the third time now. The third time I did it, I nearly edited an entire video, and then I noticed when I had a look at the league table that some teams had only played 44 games, some had only played 45, some 46, but I was actually reacting to the league table as if that was it. So I made a mistake, and I noticed that what I had done is I'd forgot to predict some games that had been rearranged, if that makes sense. So some teams had only played 44, some 45, but I was reacting to an unfinished league table unknowingly or not noticing that that was the case. Second time round, I did it all again, and I forgot to press the record button. So I stormed off like a child. And rightly so. I was really pissed off. So literally just come away from the PC for a few hours in a mood, in a tantrum. And now I'm back. Third time lucky. So this is how it looks like. Let's get it up. This is how it looks like. So these are all the results, all the matches, all the fixtures. And I'm going to go through all of them, some of them being the rearranged ones, which are these ones here, the ones that have been highlighted. And then we'll come to the final 7 rounds. Final 7 weeks, 7 rounds of the season, and then right at the end, then we'll press this calculate button, and then we'll have a look at the league table and see how it looks. Will Sunderland be in the playoffs? Will Rotherham win? Will Wigan go up by second, or will MK Dons manage to sneak their way in to the top 2? And who is going to be within the playoffs? We shall see. But we're going to go flying into it now, starting with Wimbledon versus Charlton. I'm going to go for a Charlton 2-1 win there. Another rearranged fixture, Wigan against Aki Stanley. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Wigan win. Sorry, Jesus Christ, that was nearly a 9-2. Aki win, I do apologise, Wigan. Next up, we do have Pompey against Wigan. I think this is going to be a really tough game, Pompey, they're going to be sort of on the peripheral. Well, I say peripheral, they're still some way off, aren't they? They're about 8 points off at the moment to the playoffs, or from the playoffs, should I say. But Wigan, they might already be there. They might already be on the beach, do you know what I mean? They might have already sort of been promoted by the time this rearranged fixture comes about. So Portsmouth may have something more to play for, we should see. But at Fratton Park, good atmosphere, always a difficult place to go. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Portsmouth win. But the next rearranged fixture, we do have Plymouth against Cheltenham. I think Cheltenham won't have, I don't think Plymouth will have any issues there. 2-1 Plymouth. Cambridge against Wycombe. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Wycombe. Next up, another rearranged fixture. We do have Fleetwood Town against Wycombe again. I do apologise. Fleetwood against Lincoln. Fleetwood really, really struggling at the moment. They keep on conceding these late goals, and I think it will be the same here with a late 2-1 win against Lincoln. Another rearranged fixture. We have Fleetwood again because I think it was when COVID was striking quite hard towards the midpoint of the season. They had quite a lot of games postponed, didn't they? But again, Sheffield Wednesday, it's not going to be in their favour, and I don't think they're going to have enough to trouble Sheffield Wednesday. I'm going to give Sheffield Wednesday a good 3-0 victory there. But now we're going to be going to the final few rounds of the season. We're going to try and fly through this. I can't talk today. Again, I apologise. MK Dons against struggling Crew. I'm going to go for a 2-0 MK Dons win. We've got Aki Stanley against Gillingham. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Donny against Charlton, 2-1 to Charlton. Morecambe against Oxford. I think they're going to win 2-1, Oxford. Ipswich against Plymouth. This is going to be a big one as well. Ipswich against another team a little bit like Portsmouth. They're probably just a bit too far away at the moment, but with a string of wins, they might get it. Plymouth, they might already feel a little bit safe within the playoffs. At home as well, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw there. Sheff Wednesday, Cheltenham. I think that's going to be a decent win for Sheff Wednesday. 2-1 to them. Shrewsbury against Lincoln. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Wimbledon against Cambridge. I'm going to go for another 1-1 draw. Bolton against Portsmouth. Big game again. But I am going to go for a 2-1 Bolton win there. We have Burton against Wigan. It's not an easy place to go against, away from home against Burton. But I do believe they will have enough in the tank. I'm going to go for a Wigan 1-0 win. Now, this is a massive one. Sunderland this weekend. This is pretty much the reason I'm doing this video, because it's going to be a good week or two, a good couple of weeks before Sunderland's next game. We're due to play Rotherham this weekend, but it has been postponed due to international call-ups. And I feel like if we did play them this weekend, I was going to go for a Rotherham win. But purely because it's been changed, so I think it's our second to last game of the season now. Rotherham, again, it might be another team that are already sort of 1 foot on the beach. The season's already done for them. They're maybe already promoted. They might not put out a full-strength squad, potentially anyway. Might try a few youth players. And I'm still going to be desperate to try and get as many points on the board as possible. We're just going to have a completely different outlook. And, of course, we're going to try and cling onto a place in the playoffs. Does that mean I think we're going to win the game, though? No, it doesn't. I do think this is going to be a Jack Ross 1-1 draw. Now, next round of fixtures, we have Wigan against Bolton. It's a big game. It's a little bit of a derby as well, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Aki Stanley against Cheltenham. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory for Cheltenham. Sunderland and Gillingham, I think, again, we're going to be right up for it. Need the points after the draw against Rotherham. Gillingham, I think they'll be okay, maybe. I think they should be okay. But I do think this is going to be a 2-0 Sunderland win at the Stadium Light. Charlton and Lincoln, I think that's going to be a 2-0 victory at the Valley. Crewe against Fleetwood, big game there. And I think Crewe will have too much for Fleetwood. 2-1 there. Morecambe against Burton, I'm going to go for a 1-2 victory for Burton. Ipswich against Cambridge, I think Ipswich will have too much. A 1-0 victory against Cambridge. Big game here, Shrewsbury. They're a decent football inside, but I do think MK Dons will be too good for them. 1-0 to MK Dons. Plymouth against Oxford. Huge game there. Huge playoff game, but I do think it's going to be seen out as a draw. 1-1. Sheff Wednesday against AFC Wimbledon. I'm going to give Sheff Wednesday the victory there, 1-0. Wycombe Wanderers against Dhannoo. They will have too much there for me. Wycombe, 2-0 victory. Massive game again between Pompey and Rotherham at Fratton Park as well. Could argue again, or could be saying this too often, But you might hear me a few times in this video say, Rotherham or Wigan, for example, they might already have 1 foot on the beach because they might already be automatically promoted. So you might see teams creeping in and getting results off them. But I am going to go for a 1-1 draw at Fratton Park. Next up, we do have Bolton, Sheff Wednesday. Again, another draw for me. I think that'll be a good game, though, there. 1-1. In fact, let's make it a bit more exciting. 3-3. I think 3-3, because I think that has goals written all over it in that one. Burton against Plymouth, I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win there. Cambridge against Morecambe, I'm going to go for 1-1. Cheltenham against Pompey, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Pompey win. Donny against Crewe, I think Donny will get the win there with a 2-0 win. Gillingham against Wycombe Wanderers, it's a difficult place, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 draw. Sorry, a 2-1 win, should I say? I don't know why I said that. 2-1 win to Wycombe, I think they'll be too good there. Fleetwood against Aki, I'm going to go for a 1-0 draw as well. Lincoln against Wigan, I think that will be a 3-point game for Wigan. Oxford against Sunderland. Now, I do not believe that we are going to go completely unbeaten on don't drop points for the remainder of the season. I do believe that we will get at least one more defeat, and I think it could very easily come here. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Oxford win. It's just my predictions. But then we do have Rotherham against Charlton. 2-1 win. I'll go for Rotherham. Shrewsbury against Ipswich. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw there. And I do think that, Wimbledon, they're going to be right up for it. Will they drop points, MK Dons? No, I don't think they will, I don't think they will. I'm going to go for a 2-1. I'm trying to be a bit different and just throw the odd defeat here for teams sort of up and around the top 6 area. But I'm just going with my heart. I can't see MK Dons losing that game. I can't. Rotherham and Ipswich. I can see this one maybe being a draw, though. I can, if they are on the outskirts of the playoffs. Accrington against Burton, I think it's going to be another draw as well. Sunderland against Shrewsbury, difficult game, and I think it will be a relatively high-scoring game because they're good football inside, like I say, but we're going to be desperate. I think we will just about outclass them, but I'm going to go for a 3-2 Sunderland win against Shrewsbury. Charlton against Morecambe, that'll be a 2-1 win for Charlton. Cheltenham, Gillingham, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Cheltenham home victory. Crewe against Wimbledon, massive one there again. 2-1 to Crewe. Donny against Bolton. I think we're going to go for a 3-0 victory for Bolton away from home. Fleetwood against Oxford. I think this one could end up being a little bit of a surprise. Fleetwood will be desperate for points on the board after struggling, as I say. Oxford really needing points as well. I think they will just scrape a really annoying point there for Oxford at Highbury. MK Dons against Sheff Wednesday. I think this is where things could turn interesting. This is where I think MK Dons may drop points. It's a difficult game as it is. I think Sheff Wednesday might creep in there with 3 points, 2-1 to Sheff Wednesday. Pompey against Lincoln. I think that's going to go to the wire, going to be a 1-1 draw. Wigan against Cambridge. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Wigan. I'm going to go for a... It's a difficult one again. But I'm going to go for a victory there for Plymouth. A 2-0 victory at Wickham. Not an easy place to go. Bolton, Aki, 1-1. I'm going to go for Burton, Rotherham. That'll be a 2-0 victory for Rotherham. Cambridge and Charlton. I don't know what Charlton will be doing at this point. Maybe sitting mid-table. Cambridge still exactly the same. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw there. I know they said 1-1-1, but it is a 1-1 draw. Gillingham and Fleetwood. I think Gillingham are going to have too much for Fleetwood there. 2-0 win for them. Morecambe and Pompey. I think that'll be a 2-1 win. 2-1 away victory for Portsmouth. Ipswich and Wigan. That'll be a tough one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Lincoln against Cheltenham. Ooh, well, that sounds a bit of a tasty one there. But again, I'm going to go for a draw. 1-1. Oxford and MK Dons. This is an absolutely massive one. This absolutely massive. Oxford are going to be desperate. MK Dons are going to be desperate. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Oxford victory. But now I'm going to go for this one here. Plymouth and Sunderland. This is a difficult one. Away from home as well. It depends what Sunderland turns up. But I am going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Will it be good enough for Sunderland? We shall see once we click on that calculated button come the end of this. Sheff Wednesday, Crew, 2-1 win for Sheff Wednesday. Shrewsbury, Donny, 2-1 to Shrewsbury. Wimbledon, Wickham, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Wickham. Now, not long to go. We have Aki Stanley, Lincoln, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Sunderland against Cambridge. This is where I do think we will get a pretty resounding win. A 4-0 Sunderland win at the Stadium Light, setting us up for a decent end towards the back end of the season. There'll be one game left after that, which will hopefully set us up in good stead. Charlton, Shrewsbury, 1-1. Cheltenham, Bolton. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Bolton victory. Crew against Ipswich. Crew, they could be down and out by that point. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Ipswich victory. Donny against Burton. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Fleetwood, Wimbledon. Huge game there for Fleetwood, but I think they will scrape a 2-1 win. MK Dons against Morecambe. I think they'll have more than enough there with a 3-0 victory. Pompey against Gillingham, another big game, but I think Pompey will have enough. A 1-0 win at Fratton Park. Huge game here, but I do think Rotherham will have enough to beat Oxford 3-1. We have Wigan and Plymouth. It's another massive one there, but again, I think Wigan will have more than enough. 2-1, and it's huge games on this week, isn't it? Huge games. Wickham and Sheff Wednesday, which I think will result in a 1-1 draw. Now to the final games, the final weekend of the season. We have Bolton against Fleetwood Town. I think that'll be a 2-1 victory for Bolton. Burton, Wickham, I think will be a 1-1 draw. Cambridge, Cheltenham, again, 1-1 draw. Gillingham against Rotherham, again, they could have one foot on the beach, but I still think they're going to have more than enough. 2-1 victory for Rotherham. Morecambe and Sunderland, the final away day of the season for Sunderland. I think Morecambe could be long gone by this point in terms of a relegation battle, and we're going to be still desperate for points. So we're going to go there hungry and ready to go. They might play everyone behind the ball, but I think we will get away with a 2-0 victory. Ipswich against Charlton, going to go for a 1-1 draw there. Lincoln against Crew, I'll go for a 2-0 Lincoln victory. Oxford against Donny, I think Oxford will have more than enough. 3-0 victory for them. Plymouth against MK Dons, this could be absolutely huge, but at this point I think MK Dons might already be settled within the playoffs. I'm not too sure about Plymouth. I have no idea how the league table is looking right now. You guys might be listening to me rack off and reel off all these results, and you might think I'm in bias towards one side or towards Sunderland or however, I don't know, but I'm just reeling them off really quick, so I could have easily just made someone else win the league or something. But Plymouth against MK Dons, this is difficult. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I couldn't settle in my mind. Sheff Wednesday, Pompey, big game. It's going to be a 1-0 win though to Sheff Wednesday. Shrewsbury and Wigan, I'm going to go for a 1-0 2 victory for Wigan. Wimbledon and Aki, we will end it with a beautiful 1-1 draw. So that is all of the games. Right, again, I do apologise if it sounds like I'm being biased towards anyone or being biased towards Sunderland or I'm being mean towards one side. I was literally just racking off and reeling off results quick time and it wasn't really too in-depth either. I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just trying to get through it quickly, really. But we will hit the calculate button in 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. And Sunderland have just missed out on the playoffs, according to my calculations. And Wigan, I've given them a 99-point season. Jesus Christ. But yeah, huge there. Absolutely massive. Maybe if we manage to get that win against Plymouth rather than the draw, things may have changed a little bit. But that is some disappointing end to the season, isn't it? Just 2 points out of the playoffs for Sunderland. But the top, Wigan have got themselves the trophy, haven't they? I don't think I gave them a defeat, or did I give them a defeat? I can't remember. But Rotherham are in second now, miles in front of the rest of the pack, with MK Dons, Sheff Wednesday, Plymouth and Oxford making up their playoff places. But it just shows, you know, anything can happen. And I wasn't too cruel to Sunderland, you know, giving them a defeat against Oxford. If we beat Oxford, this would have completely changed and we would have been in the top 6. You know, I'd give us the draw against Rotherham. So really, in hindsight, as a Sunderland fan, if you look at the way things have gone, I believe I've been relatively fair. Anyway, at least I think I have. We need to win all our games pretty much, which I don't think is going to happen. Otherwise, we could see ourselves sit just outside the playoff places. But that'll be it, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think this is realistic? Do you think it isn't? Do you think Sunderland will finish in the playoffs? Have I done one of your guys' teams a favour? You know, in the bottom 4, we've got Wimbledon, Doncaster, Morecambe and Crewe, with Gillingham and Fleetwood managing to just about stay up. So what do you guys think of that league table? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you have enjoyed, hit the like button for me. It'll always be massively appreciated. And subscribe if you're new as well. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.